Hey guys, I'm Chef Tom with All Things Barbecue, and today we are smoking up some Grapefruit Habanero beef back ribs. We'll need 1 rack of beef back ribs, Sweetwater Spice smoked habanero barbecue bath, Cattleman's Grill's smoky chipotle steak rub, 1 mango, the juice of 1 grapefruit, 2 habanero chilies, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and Texas Bird Bath peach habanero. The first thing we'll do is get our ribs on our cutting board. We'll just take a look and make sure that there's not anything there that shouldn't be, and trim a little excess fat. Next, we're going to cut the rack in half so we can marinate in a zip-top bag. Combine the ribs and the Sweetwater Spice smoked habanero barbecue bath in a zip-top bag and place in the refrigerator for 2 hours. After marinating, remove the ribs from the bag and use paper towels to remove any excess moisture. Now season both sides with Cattleman's Grill smoky chipotle steak rub. We're smoking our ribs today on a Yoder Smoker's YS640 pellet grill, preheated to 250 degrees. Place the ribs on the second shelf and allow them to smoke for about 3 hours or until we've achieved our desired color. While the ribs are smoking, let's go ahead and make our puree that we're going to include in the rib wrap later on. When we go to wrap our ribs, we have the opportunity to add some extra flavor to the meat. The way we're going to do that today is by taking a few ingredients and pureeing them and then adding them to the foil when we wrap the ribs. We'll start with the mango. Cut around the seed in the middle so that you're left with just the flesh and the skin. Now you can use the edge of a glass to remove the skin by just pressing right along the edge. And then we'll give the mango a rough chop. Next, we'll take the juice from 1 grapefruit. And then we'll prepare our habanero chilies. Take the stems off and then just give them a rough chop. And then for a little extra sweetness, we're adding a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And we'll throw this in the food processor and puree it until it's smooth. We'll also kick this up by adding just a couple of tablespoons of tequila. We can see the moisture pockets forming on the top of the ribs, and it's got a nice dark color to it, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap these now. So we'll remove our ribs from the cooker and take them inside to wrap them in foil. We put down some of our puree and then lay the ribs in flesh side down. We'll add a little more puree to the back side of the ribs. Now you can see here that there's some bones exposed on the ends of these ribs. So you'll want to be very careful when you're wrapping them in the foil to make sure that they don't puncture the foil and you lose all your braising liquid. Now with these carefully wrapped as tight as we can, we're going to return them to the cooker. Place them back on the second shelf, flesh side down this time, and increase the temperature to 350 degrees. At this point, the ribs aren't taking on any more smoke, so we're able to increase the cooking temperature without losing any flavor, and this is going to cut down on the total cook time. For these particular ribs, it's about 2 more hours until they're nice and tender. You're looking to see that the meat moves freely of the bone, just like you do on pork ribs, and the meat itself should be very tender. It's not going to fall clean off of the bone, but it is going to have a very tender bite. At this point, we just want to flip the ribs over and hit the top side with some of our Texas Bird Bath peach habanero glaze. Now the residual heat that's coming out of these ribs is going to allow that glaze to tack up, so we'll just tint the foil and let these sit for about 5 minutes before we slice into them. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click the subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, you can head over to thesauce.atbbq.com. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.